Welcome to 365 Inspired Yoga Classes. My name is Janet, and today is day 36, and we're inspired by the end. It's not 365 yet, no. But what yoga teaches us at the end of each practice is to help us cope with death, with endings, with things when they're over. So maybe there's something in your life that is ending. It's pretty common. I remember as a child I would do something and, maybe summer camp would come to an end and my mother would say, all good things come to an end. And I would say, no, I don't like it. And I can't say I really like it now either, but I'm telling you, yoga has really helped me to navigate endings. So let's start at the end in Shavasana. So as we come to lying on our mat, you may want props. It's up to you. We might use some padding for the knees or blocks as needed. And Shavasana is dead man's pose or corpse pose in English. So as you come down, what does that mean? Well, when someone is dead, there's no movement. There's no energy there. The soul has left the form, the body. And so we do our best to really let that essence take hold. As scary as it is, dealing with it here on the mat really helps us to cope with this feeling in our life off the mat. Because if you are on the planet long enough, you will have losses. Relationships will end and we'll lose people that we love. It's a part of the cycle of life. So we learn to process that loss here on the yoga mat. But in truth, and hopefully, we're not dead yet. So let's begin to wake up our body with 3 deep breaths. Breathe in through your nose. And then open your mouth and let it flow out. Good. Feel the energy build. Inhale through your nose, fill up. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. One more time, deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. Now wiggle your fingers, bringing life into your fingers, your arms. Wiggle your toes and feel the energy wake up there as well. Open your eyes and reach your arms over your head. Take a full body stretch by bringing your legs together. Point your toes and then feet and then spread your toes out. This is a floint. Can you feel the strength in that? Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's take a little side body stretch. Walk your feet over to the left side of the mat. Take your right leg on top of the left if you can. Try to keep both legs strong and straight. Keep your back square on the mat, but then start to tilt your shoulders over to the left. Take your left hand, grab the right wrist, and take a little half moon, little side body crescent shape. Smiley face stretch through the right side of your body. I know the right shoulder's lifting up as much as it wants to. Try to push it back down for a little more stretch. Good. All right, release that. Take that stretch to the other side so the legs kind of move over to the right with the left leg on top of the right, straightening both legs as best you can. Reach up and grab a hold of your left wrist and stretch the arms over to the right. Can you feel the stretch through the left side body? Notice how the left shoulder wants to lift. See if you can't bring it back down toward the mat. Simply stretching the left side of your body, breathing life energy into your body. At this point, let's start to cultivate Ujjayi breathing by sealing our lips and breathing slowly and deeply in and out of our nose. And then go ahead and release that. Let's hug both knees up and into the chest. So in a yoga practice, we'll come out of Shavasana with some of these stretches, hugging the knees into our chest, giving a squeeze, and then we roll onto the side body. And as you roll onto your side body, right or left, whichever feels better, rest your arm beneath the head like a little pillow, and the upper arm, it might rest in front of your chest. And this is called supported fetal pose, like a little fetus in the womb, right? And this reminder coming out of Shavasana reminds us of the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. The death is a part of life, and rebirth or new beginnings come from other endings. Press into the mat and push yourself upright to seated. Good. Yesterday's practice was so strong. We're going to take a little gentler approach to our practice today. So we'll be seated here for a little while, just feeling our body begin to wake up. So as you come to sitting, let's bring our hands high overhead, palms connect above you. As your breath flows out, bring your hands down to your heart. Do it again. Breathe in, sweep your arms high, reach up, look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart space. One more time, breathe in, sweep the arms out wide, reach up. Exhale, hands come down to your heart space. Gaze down over your fingertips or close your eyes. And take a moment to bless the endings that you've experienced. Maybe someone you love has passed. And rather than focusing on all the loss, maybe for this moment you bring in appreciation for what you shared. Maybe a relationship is ended. And as you let that relationship go, know that there are more fulfilling relationships that will come into your life. So bless them and welcome them. Every ending welcomes a new beginning. Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end. I got that from a song. Open your eyes, release your hands down. Bring your shoulders forward and up towards your ears. As you exhale, send your shoulders down and back. Can you feel your heart open? Let's do it again. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, down and back. One more time, up. Exhale, down and back. Good. As you inhale, reach both arms high overhead. Take a hold of your right wrist and take a side body stretch to the left, extending like you did when you were lying on your back. Keep that same idea in mind where you pull the right shoulder back so your shoulders feel square and you get more extension through the side of your body. Good. And then let's bring it back up and switch, grabbing a hold of the left wrist. Give it an added pull and tilt over, through the right. Can you feel the stretch through the left side of your body? Keep breathing. Enjoy the space you're creating. Good. Breathe and come back up to center, and as you exhale, let's add a twist. Spiraling and twisting to the left hand, your left hand behind you, right hand to the right thigh. Breathe into lengthen tall, and as you exhale, twist and turn and look to the left. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. One more time. Breathe in, stretch long, and breathe out, twist deep. As you inhale, sweep your arms high overhead, and exhale, twist over to the right, connecting the right palm behind you, the left hand to the right thigh. Breathe into lengthen tall, and as you exhale, begin to twist and look over your right shoulder. A couple more breaths here. Inhale, lengthen tall, breathe out, twist deep. Once more, inhale, create length, create space. Exhale, twist and move into that space you created. Good, breathe and come back to center. Let's make a change and shift onto our hands and knees. So you come over to your hands and knees on your yoga mat. We'll set ourselves up with the wrists beneath the shoulders and knees beneath the hips. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, roll your shoulders down and back, cow pose. Exhale, round the spine, chin to chest, cat pose. Let's do that again. Inhale to cow, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, cat, round out. Flow again, breathe in cow. Breathe out, cat. One more time, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. On your inhale, come to a neutral tabletop position. Let's take the right foot to the back of the mat. Press the heel back. Ooh, yeah, good stretch. Move forward and back a few times. That might feel delicious on the back of your right leg. Right. Shift forward, sweep your right foot over to the left. Look over your left shoulder for the right foot. Press the heel back. Feel the side body stretch. We've been working on that today. A couple more breaths here. Maybe move forward and back if that feels good. Good. And then let's bring the right knee back behind, underneath the right hip, and do the same stretch on the second side. Left foot to the back of the mat. Heel pushes back. Take the time to stretch it out. Ooh, yeah. Move forward and back. Getting a good stretch there. Shifting forward, draw the left foot over to the right. Look over your right shoulder and push the left heel back. Maybe rock forward and back a little bit. come back to center, and let's bring the left knee right beneath you. Adding a little added strength to our stretch, we'll take the right leg back, lift it up off the mat, take the left hand forward, stretching out. This posture can be known as bird dog by some, so you imagine that, nice and firm and strong and focused. Breathe in, and as you exhale, take it into crazy cat, right elbow or left elbow to the right knee. Breathe in, stretch long, exhale, crunch it in. 2 more. Inhale, bird dog, exhale, crazy cat. Last time, inhale, bird dog, exhale, crazy cat. Breathe in, stretch, and exhale, come back, tabletop. Intense, right? Let's do the second side. Take your left foot back, lift it up, bird dog, right hand forward, hold yourself steady, maybe lifting your gaze slightly. Breathe in. As you exhale, left or right elbow, left knee. 3 more. Inhale, stretch, bird dog. Exhale, crazy cat. 2 more times. Breathe in, stretch. Exhale, crunch. Last one. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, crazy cat. Breathe in, extend long. Exhale, back to tabletop position. From tabletop, open your knees wide, bring your toes to touch, and rest your hips on your heels for child's pose. Stretch your arms forward. Soften your forearms, soften your forehead to the mat. Close your eyes here, just take a few breaths. Rest whenever you need to. Take good care of your body. Notice the stretch in your thighs here. Feel the release in your lower back. Good. And then let's slowly rise back up to tabletop position. Bringing the knees in slightly. Good. Take the right foot behind you, stretch out the hamstring, and then lift the right leg up. Breathe in. As you exhale, bring your right knee towards your right elbow. Take your right foot and place it on the floor outside of the right hand. Walk your right foot forward. So I mentioned if you need it, you can put a blanket beneath your knees. I think I mentioned it at the beginning. Blocks could be used here if you're feeling really tight. We're really getting into letting go and loosening up in the hips. So as you shift forward, you may stay right here, or you might be able to come down onto your forearms. Let your head hang heavy and simply enjoy this delicious stretch. Couple more breaths here. Let your right knee fall open to the right. Excellent. Your head hangs heavy. Just breathe. Let's change. Make your way back up onto your palms. Blocks could be helpful as needed. You're going to toe heel the right foot to the center of the mat. Frame the right foot with both hands and press your heart forward. I like to curl my toes under here. It makes my back knee feel better. Patting the knee, not a bad idea if you're tender there. It's important that your right knee and right ankle are in alignment, or the right knee could be behind the right ankle but not beyond it. If you feel it, reach your arms high overhead. Take it a little deeper by pushing your hips forward, lifting your gaze up, and adding a little backward bend. Take 2 breaths here. If you can, it's okay to keep the hands down or lifted. One more big breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands back down. Counter stretch by pulling the hips back, straightening the right leg, and bowing down over the right leg. Keep pulling your right toes back towards your nose to feel an intense stretch in the back of your right leg. 2 more breaths here. Good, and then let's start to shift forward. We'll add 1 more movement to this posture. Adding a twist, keep your left hand down, take your right hand to your right thigh, twist your shoulders open to the right, maybe reach your right hand to the sky. Now this is it, or if you're feeling it, bend the back left knee and see if you can reach back and grab your right foot. This is called Twisted Monkey. Woo, it's a pretty good stretch for that front left quadricep muscle, thigh muscle. 1 more big breath in, and as you exhale, let it all go. Hands to the mat, coming back to tabletop. Let's do all of that. Deep stretching, wonderful juicy stretches on side 2. So we take our left foot now to the back of the mat, lift the left leg up, breathe in, and as you exhale, bring your left knee towards your left elbow, and then place your left foot behind or outside of the left palm. Toe heel the left foot even further forward, checking that the left knee does not move beyond the left ankle. There's space, it's spread out wide as you shift forward. If you used blocks before, bring blocks underneath your forearms. Maybe you have a blanket underneath your right knee as needed. Come on down to your forearms. Letting yourself rest here. Maybe the left knee starts to fall open to the left a little bit. Really slowing down in today's practice, getting delicious deep stretches. Winding down, stretching out. Couple more breaths here, just letting go, stretching deep. And then slowly make your way back up onto your palms. Let's toe the left foot to the center of the mat. Good. As you begin to press forward, I like to curl my back toes under. It helps my back knee feel better in this position. We start to reach up. Maybe the hands come onto the left thigh, or if like me, you reach high overhead, do that. Push forward, lift your gaze up. Take a little back bend here if it feels good. Couple more breaths here. Good, big stretches, slow, deliberate stretching, easy, slow, deliberate breathing. Your next inhale, rise up to neutral. Exhale, the hands come down. We begin to pull back to take the counter stretch, straightening the left leg and bowing down over your left leg as best you can. Big hamstring stretch. We gave it a stretch before. Now we're getting pretty intensely into it. A couple more breaths here, just really feeling it. The more you pull your left toes back towards your nose, the more intense you'll feel the stretch. Keep pulling the left hip back and right hip forward. Good. Lift up, shift forward. Plant your right palm down. Take your left hand forward, circle it up, down and back. So maybe you stayed in a twist. I think I went into it kind of with the hand to the thigh and then reaching high. Yeah, that's what I did on side one. Let's do that. And then if you want to take it into Twisted Monkey, you bend the back knee and see if the left hand can grab the right foot. I know it's intense, and for some of us, it's just not going to happen. Not today, but maybe someday. I love it. Alrighty, let's let that go. Bringing the hands to the mat, we'll make our way back to tabletop. From tabletop position, walk your hands forward and maybe come to a modified plank and lower all the way down to your tummy. Once you're here, let's do this as a flowing cobra pose. So the palms are close to the chest and the chin is on the mat. Using arm strength, breathe in and lift as high as you can. Once you lift up, you keep your pelvis and your thighs on the mat for this kind of cobra. And then slowly lower back down. Move with your breath. Inhale, lift up as high as you can. Even lift your gaze up. Exhale, lower back down. 2 more times. Breathe in, lift up, look up, open up the heart. Exhale, lower back down. 1 more time. Breathe in, open it up, lift it up nice and high. Exhale, lower all the way down. Now here we're going to come to resting one cheek on the mat. You decide which one. And arms will soften right there by your side. So notice how your body's breathing. We're trying to breathe slowly and deeply in and out of the nose in our practice. It helps to fuel the practice, helps to keep us nice and focused and present. We're going to add a strong locust pose with a heart opener next. To do so, please bring your chin onto the mat. Reach your hands behind your back. If you can clasp your hands, do so. If you can't, grab your strap or a belt. And begin to straighten the arms, really lifting the heart up. So this is good, especially if your low back is tender. If your low back feels good and you want more, start to lift your legs up. Woo! Intense. Couple more breaths here. I know it's strong, but we got it. 1 more big breath in. Exhale, let it go. Take your gaze the opposite direction. So now your left cheek rests on the mat or whatever's your second side. Your arms soften by your side, let them go, relax. Bring your chin to the mat. We're building toward a great big back bend. It's a yin pose called seal pose. Yin is a style of yoga that's slow moving, passive, deep stretches. Take your toes off the mat with your heels in. Place your palms next to your chest if you're really good at back bends, really flexible. If you're tight, move your hands forward. Have the hands as wide as the edge of the mat. And then use arm strength, breathe in and push up, just like we did in Cobra. But pushing up until your arms lock out and then lift your gaze up. Keep the elbows ever so gently softened rather than completely locked out to take good care of the joints of the shoulders. And then add on by rolling your shoulders down and back and lift your gaze up, really opening it up. Now some of you might say, no big deal, feels good, I want more. If that's you, bend your knees, bring your big toes to touch like they did in child's pose a moment ago. Lift your gaze up and see if your big toes can touch the top of your head. A couple breaths here, really opening up. Oh, big heart opener, big stretch. One more big breath in. Oh, let it all go as you breathe out. Resting your opposite cheek on the mat and your arms right there by your side. Whew. Letting go, relax, release. Sense we're open and we're ready. Let's take one more big back bend and take this into floor boat. So as you bring your knees a little closer together and bend your feet or knees, feet in the air, chin on the mat to neutralize your neck. Then begin to lift up and reach back and see if you can grab your feet. Good. If you're able to grab the feet, you push them away, lifting the gaze, opening your heart, feeling your breath flow. Woo! Couple more breaths here. One more big breath in. As you exhale, let it go. Bringing your left cheek onto the mat and resting your arms by your side, your legs by your side. If your low back is tender, bend your knees and windshield wiper your feet. Good. Alrighty, place your palms beneath your shoulders and push yourself into tabletop position. Bring your knees and thighs and feet together and sit on your heels. And let's counter stretch our back from all those back bends with an embryo version of child's pose. As you begin to round over your thighs, wrap your forehead down toward the mat and rest your arms down by your side. Just breathe into the back, feeling it stretch open, just breathing slow and deep and even in and out of your nose. And slowly roll all the way back up. Let's shift our hips to one side or the other and send our legs out in front of us. Just shift forward just a little bit here. And move into a series of strengthening and stretching. Strengthening the abdomen and stretching the legs, and the back. So here we sit. We'll start with a deep forward fold stretch. Breathe in, reach up high. And as you exhale, hinge forward. Maybe you grab your feet, folding deep. Good. A couple more breaths here. Ooh, I'm feeling it in the back of my legs. I've been doing so much walking. I'm really feeling the difference here. And then as you rise up slowly, moving into abdominal strengthening, we'll move into boat pose. So place your feet on the mat beneath your seat, tuck your fingers behind your kneecaps, roll your shoulders down and back, start to lean back. Get a little cramp there. And then lift your feet up. Woo! Maybe this is your boat pose today. Maybe you can straighten the legs. Maybe you can reach your arms out, find your version, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Good. Now place your feet down, open the knees wide, bound angle forward fold stretch. Bottoms of your feet touch, the heels come in close to your groin, sit up nice and tall, breathe in, and as you breathe out, hinge forward. Big hip opening stretch here. Enjoy the stretch, feels good. If it doesn't feel good, you're pushing too hard, back off as needed or stay with it. Whew. One more big breath here. Then rise all the way back up. All right, boat pose with a twist. So we're gonna bring our feet onto the mat, knees in the air, hands to prayer in front of our heart. And do a little boat twist. Breathe in as you exhale, twist left, inhale center, exhale, twist right. Do a few more with me, maybe lifting your legs up for an added challenge. Decide what feels good for you. Exhale as you twist, inhale back to center. One more time, each side. Good. And now we're going to take it into another forward fold stretch, wide-legged forward fold. So I'll turn to the side so you can see it. Take the legs nice and wide, lengthen up, breathe in, and as you exhale, begin to fold forward. Good. Go as light or as deep as you like, stretching into it. In this stretch, you'll get more from it if you straighten the legs and flex your feet so your toes angle up toward the ceiling. If it's just too intense, bend your knees or come out of it. It's always okay. Please take care of your body. That's the most important thing of all. Good. And then slowly rise back up. Awesome. Take your hands to the outside of your knees and lift your knees into the air. Place your feet on the mat. And we'll use one last core strengthening practice as we slowly and deliberately lower to our back. Nice and slow. I can usually get about 3/4 of the way. Then I have to grab the back of my legs or release into it. Awesome. Once you're there, draw both knees into your heart space. Rock gently side to side. Just a reminder that it's fun to do yoga. I hope you're having fun with it. Let's find happy baby. Reach between your legs, grab your feet. Draw your knees down to the outside of your ribs. Flex your feet and rock playfully side to side. Maybe you straighten one leg at a time. Really feeling it. Good. Let's come back to center and hug both knees in for a squeeze. Release your left leg flat on the mat. Draw your right knee up and in. Maybe pull it just a little to the right of the ribs. This is called wind relieving posture. It works. Breathe in. As you exhale, take your right leg across your body to the left. As your right leg falls to the left, turn your gaze to the right. Reach your right palm out. Just feeling that gentle release as you twist softly to your mat. And then slowly let that go. Come back to center and hug both knees into center. When we do this little hug in the middle, it neutralizes the twist from our spine and it allows for us to move into the second side with ease and comfort. So release your right leg flat on the mat. Draw your left knee to the left of the ribs. Pull it in tight. Breathe in. And as you exhale, use your right hand to guide your left leg over the body. Turn your gaze to the left and extend your left palm face up out to the side. Feeling the release as you soften to the mat. We're completely winding down. Coming full circle back to where we started. Couple more breaths here, softening. Feels so good to twist. And then begin to unravel your twist. Draw both of your knees into your heart and give them a squeeze. And from this loving embrace, come back to Shavasana, to corpse pose, to dead man's pose. Allowing your legs to relax onto the mat. If your low back is tender, you could keep your feet on the mat with your knees in. That helps. Release your palms face up. Add a prop, a blanket if you need it. Close your eyes and really settle in, softening, let go of control of the breath. Relax the muscles in your face, and your neck and your shoulders and arms, and your hands and your chest and your back, and your abdomen in the middle and lower back and your pelvis. Feel your legs let go and relax all the way down and the feet relax. You are the embodiment of Shavasana, corpse pose. Everything relaxed. And as you continue to relax on your mat, I have a beautiful quote, a long quote from Joy Bell. And she says, ends are not bad things. They just mean that something else is about to begin. And there are many things that don't really end anyway. They just begin again in a new way. Ends are not really ending. Some things are never ending. I hope as you move throughout the day, you're able to release and let go of and what needs ending, and invite in what needs to begin. From my heart to yours, namaste. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate your comments.